Given the incubation period of the Andes virus, which can be up to 6 weeks, it's possible that more cases may be reported. While this is a serious incident, WHO assesses the public health risk as low. It also shows why the international health regulations exist and how they work. WHO is working with multiple governments and partners on the response under those regulations. Our priorities are to ensure the affected patients receive care, that the remaining passengers on the ship are kept safe and treated with dignity, and to prevent any further spread of the virus.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Yisrael. Let's start by giving all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone and teaching real well. Peace and salutations be to Elect. My brother Atazo, I'm coming at you from the GMS Tampa branch down here in Tampa, Florida. This lesson is going to be going into the so-called hantavirus, right? And we're going to grab a few scriptures touching on the topic, but basically, we got the World Health Organization giving a briefing on the hantavirus. And you know, if it's gotten that far, they might be planning on doing something with this. Now, who knows if it's another scandemic or it's the real deal, okay? Let's get into it. It says the World Health Organization, in other words, WHO, announces that you will most likely see more cases of hantavirus reported in the next few weeks. Now we know how these devils operate. As the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And based off what we've learned, how this devil moves and operates in his psyops, if he's telling you about it, 10 times out of 10, he's got it all. He's already got it all under control. Okay? If he's giving you the warning about it, it's because he's putting it out there. All right? Now, we know that these devils, they don't want to talk about fucking when there's actual pestilence and famine and plague going on. They don't want to talk about it. They don't talk about it. When real lives are being lost, you don't hear nothing from the media. You don't hear nothing from the WHO. What happened when the people were dying and dropping dead from those yabs? Nobody gave a briefing on it. Okay, you had to look up look up back page news articles and news reporters to see what was actually going on with those yabs, to find out that those yabs were killing more people than the actual sickness was. And you come to find out the C9 had a 1% chance death rate, okay, or mortality rate, okay. And if you look at it, really anything has a 1% chance of mortality rate, okay. Anything can kill you out. Everything has a 1% chance if we're thinking about it in that way, shape, or form. It's just the devil that we're dealing with, the deceiver, okay. You got to be careful how you move around him. But all of a sudden, this hantavirus has a 30% mortality rate. Okay, so what did Bill Gates say? You got to remember these things that was coming out. Remember what these devils are telling you, because they're telling you what they're doing. Okay, you just got to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. If you ain't trained under the scriptures and under the discipline of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, these things are going to slip right by you. All right, that's why the scriptures say, if it were possible, he should deceive the very elect. Okay, but he not going to be, it's not possible for him to, because the Lord loves his elect. Scriptures say he hath care for his elect. So he can't get away with such things. Right? So let's get into the scriptures here. I wanted to grab this. Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. So this devil's always thinking about how to get us trapped, how to trip us up, how to throw us into a pit, into a hole, how to kill us, how to make us suffer, how to keep us on the bottom so that we don't come up and take his kingdom from him. It says, he will weep with his eyes. Yeah, look at the World Health Organization. What that nigga say? The little Elam nigga, the little East Indian nigga, what he say? The World Health Organization will help you with this. We will keep up on this with you. They don't give a damn about you. Alright, as long as their pockets are full and their bellies are full, they can give a rat's ass about your health or well-being. Okay, and this is one thing that you got to always constantly remind yourself when something in this world is happening. When there is a major crisis or catastrophe. All right, what happened during the Hurricane Katrina? Okay, you think Jake was getting help from FEMA or whatever? No, they was going in there and killing Jake. Okay, you think, and here it is. Oh, we helped all these people in the hurricane. They'll tell you, they'll boast about it. We helped all these people during the hurricane, this and that. But they killing people. When hurricanes came down there and flooded the Caribbeans, what did they do? They went down there and killed those people. They killed all the survivors. All right, when the flood passed, you found piles and piles of bodies riddled with bullet wounds, bullet holes. Okay? So you see what this devil is on. He'll forecast a hurricane, or he'll put some chemicals in the air to strengthen a hurricane, or it can be a tropical storm, and he'll do something to it with all of his witchcraft and all the chemicals and shit he used to put into the air and amplify it. Okay? Just like he may have done with this hantavirus. He may have amplified this virus. All right? Because when the last time you heard somebody getting sick from rat shit and rat piss? There's rats everywhere. Okay? Innumerable rats everywhere. How does it all of a sudden, these rats on a ship, on a cruise ship, just somehow got the heebie-jeebies and shit it in somebody's cereal? Okay? You got to really question everything this devil does and says. Or everything that you see happening around you. Question it. Okay, who's behind it? What's the motive? What's going on in the world, and why and how can this connect to this? How can the hantavirus connect to what's going on with the things in the world right now? All right, you got inflation. Okay, you got high prices on gas and oil, but you're about to also experience high prices on food and water, on food and beverage, on anything that's in a plastic container, a cardboard container, a styrofoam container is about to skyrocket. And that's basically all of your food products. Okay? Plastic is everywhere, and they use plastic. And the whole time, this shit poisoning you. Don't forget that. You gotta remember, we're dealing with the devil here. But that's besides the point. All your food is wrapped and packaged in plastic, cardboard, and styrofoam. And the prices on these are about to go up because the Strait of Hormuz being closed. Okay? These devils still shooting missiles over there, still shooting rockets, too stiff-necked to kneel, too stiff-necked to submit and to give up. Okay, and to admit defeat. All right, so they're going to drag America, which Israel is dragging America to its knees until it begs for help, and it's going to be too late. Okay, its defenses are being weakened right now. All right, and these people don't know what to do. They're running around with chickens. They're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. But you got to question, why is this hantavirus popping up all of a sudden? Okay, nobody said anything about the uprising in STD cases. That was a pandemic or epidemic in itself. Many people getting sick with all these STD, a surge in STD rates. It just came out of fucking nowhere. You didn't see this. You didn't see mainstream media covering this. You didn't see World Health Organization talking about this. Why? Because it came out of that yab. Nobody wants to talk about the adverse effects of the yab that they put onto these people. They don't want to talk about how many people they killed. Okay? But here it is. Here they go again. The hantavirus is out. We don't know how far it can spread, but it's likely to spread more. That means they're going to spread more. Hear what they're planning to do to the things that they say. Alright? Because they code it and they sugarcoat shit and disguise what they're actually saying to trick you people. And that's called sorcery. Okay, they try to make something seem they try to make something seem as it is what it's not. Okay, so here it is. They telling you, oh yeah, this shit going, you know, and the whole time they probably putting the virus in the air. They probably putting the virus in people's food. Okay, somehow it's probably being leaked into fast food. It's probably being leaked into your meat, into your veggies. Okay, to do what? To mount an attack on the people, man. Okay, you got to think how these people are coming. All right, and they ain't bullshit. And this is the devil we're dealing with. All right, it says, he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. He's not satisfied with a few of you dying. He's not satisfied with those 3 people on the cruise ship, which they're saying turn into 5, which they're saying is possibly more than that. Okay, he's not satisfied with that. He trying to get all of America. Remember the Georgia Guidestones that were blown up, but they say they want to maintain a population of under 500 million. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. He just tricking you. He's pretending to help you, but he's just tricking you. Okay? The help might actually be the fucking problem. And in which case, this was the case for the C9, the YAB. All right? The help was actually the problem. We have a virus going around, and we got help for you. This is gonna help you, and everybody needs to get it. If you don't want to get it, you can't go to the movie theaters. You can't go into work. You can't do this and that. You got to be quarantined. Oh, you got to have a what they call it. I forgot how they worded it, how they phrased it. Oh, curfew. You have a curfew now. You can't be out past this time. Anybody out past this time, you're gonna get stopped by the police and potentially suffer consequence. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right, so he's gonna pretend to help you. You know, shit, they might try to come up with another yab. All right, and for what? Is it really to help you? No, hell no. Just to put you down. These devils gonna keep putting their foot on your neck until they get rid of you. They hate you. They hate us. You have to understand this. You can't keep going to them for help. All right? None of them are sincere. All of them are in it for the money. Okay? Ecclesiasticus 12:10, going up a few verses. We'll grab it in the GMT. Never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. CEV says, never trust your enemies. Their evil will attack you like rust. All right. So they're going to eventually try to consume you. Their goal is to consume you. Why would you trust your enemy? Why would your enemy actually come to help you? Think about that. He wants everything you have. He wants your soul, your money, your pockets, okay, your life, your blood, your family. He wants everything you have. Why the fuck would he help you? Why would he go through the trouble of making a vaccine to cure you and so that you can live longer and consume more of his carbon, consume more of his air, consume more of his crops, okay, which he claims to be his. You know, he thinks his world belongs to him. All right? Why do you think they got something called a carbon footprint? They think you emitting too much fucking carbon. Okay? Are you really emitting too much carbon? No. They just want ultimate control over you. Okay? If they could get rid of you, they would. But they can't. So, what do they resort to? Ultimate control. They can't get rid of you. They might as well have control over you so that you do whatever they want you to do. Okay? And not just whatever you want. All right? So here it is. In the midst of all these plagues hitting, you got the hantavirus rising up. Okay? Who knows? Maybe it's actually the real deal. Maybe they actually sent a real virus out this time. Because last time it was just bogus. Last time it was a play upon your fears. This time it might actually be some real shit. Who knows? All we know that is that a cruise ship went from the bottom of Brazil to Africa, to South Africa. Okay, and these people got stuck on the ship because people got sick. And they say it comes from rat droppings. All right? Rat droppings are all over the fucking country. Nobody got the hantavirus. All of a sudden, these people on the fucking cruise ship, magically, a rat just magically contracted hantavirus out of nowhere and started shitting in people's food or pissing in people's bedding. Okay? What kind of cruise ship has rats in the first place? It says, never trust an enemy. Never. Scriptures advise you to never trust your enemy. Did you not remember your history? Even Trump told you, you blacks better remember your history before it repeats itself. That was the best thing he could have did for you. That was the most helpful thing he could have done for you. Okay? Was remind you of your fucking history. Remind you who your enemy is. Remind you not to trust him. Jake, that shit just went over Jake's head. Nobody revolted. Nobody rioted. Nobody uprised or caused an uproar. Everybody just kept going on about their day to day. Like nothing fucking happened. And Jake retarded. The scriptures say my people are a sottish people. They have none understanding. Okay? So when these plagues really do come forth, Jake gonna be right there in the midst of it. Not knowing what the hell going on. Let's grab it in Proverbs. Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. But the simple just keep going. The simple have no regard for their own safety in life. They're too ignorant. What they say, ignorance is bliss. They're happy in their ignorance. They don't want to know about it. Why? Because it's going to cause them to worry. It's going to make them think that their world is collapsing, that their happiness is coming to an end. This life to them is about them. It's not about glorifying YAHAWASHI. It's about filling their own bellies. So when these things come up to them, they get offended. They get hurt. They get hostile. Okay? They ready to fight you and bicker with you about it because you are interrupting their peace. Right? Truth be told, this is actually self-hate. This is actually the ways of death. These people are falling after the ways of death. And you are full of love and truth. Those who serve YAHAWASHI and spread the doctrine, spread the word, you're full of love. Okay, for you to tell a nigga, get your dumb ass out the road. Hey, what the hell you doing, man? Stop eating that shit. You know the Lord don't like that. That's love. No matter how harsh it sounds, it's truly love. Okay? Because it's sincere. You're warning them from danger. It's no different from telling a motherfucker with headphones on, hey, get your dumb ass off the train tracks. The train coming. What the hell you doing listening to music on the train track? Get off the train tracks. Are you retarded? No matter how harsh the message may be delivered. And a dumb, simple nigga gonna turn around, take the headphones out, stay on the train tracks, look at you in your face and say, who you calling dumb? Train still coming, still hunking. They can't hear it because they're too distracted at the fact that you just called them dumbass. This is Jake. As the scriptures say, my people are a sottish people. They have none understanding. Sottish goes into stupid. We're dealing with idiots, okay? Really, they're just childish. They're in a childlike state, okay? And the child is full of bliss, full of happiness, full of creativity and exploration. They have no awareness or zero survival instincts of what's going on around them, of the dangers around them, of the traps, of the perils that surround them. That's why they can go around and pick shit up off the floor, eat it and swallow it, not considering what it is. And that's what we're dealing with. Grown men in a childlike state. Okay, you gotta tell Jake, hey man, don't eat that shit off the floor. That's fucking rat poison. Why would you eat that? Man, don't be telling me what to do. Go mind your business. Go find something to do. Get a job, brokey. You know, and that's what we have to deal with. But in the end, these people are gonna realize what's going on. They're gonna realize the evil that was surrounding them the entire time because the Lord gonna show it to them. They're gonna realize that they're in a trap this entire time. They're gonna realize that they're being oppressed. Jake don't even know he's being oppressed right now. They're gonna realize that they've been captured by their enemies. They're gonna realize that they're the true Israelites who have captured and exiled and taken away from their homeland and have been serving their enemies this entire time. Jake has no knowledge of these things. You don't even know that you in the land far from home, serving your enemies. And it's been like this for hundreds of years. You were born into it, so you think it's normal. With no education, no knowledge and understanding, you think this is how life is supposed to be. It's not. If you do a little digging, a little research into your history, you ain't supposed to be here. You're supposed to be over there in the land of Israel. But guess who's over there right now? You got to catch up. You were here before. You were here before, okay, walking the earth, all right? And the things that were going on back then, you had knowledge of, but you died. You went to sleep with your fathers, but now you're back. You have to catch up on where you left off at. It's almost like reading a book, and then you take a break from reading for a little bit, and you come back and start reading again where you left off. You're gonna have to go back and because you forgot what you were reading. You're gonna have to go back from the beginning, read it again, catch up, and then keep reading from that point on forward, okay? Because a lot of things happen from now to back then. You gotta catch up. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And what we're doing is being prudent, using wisdom to be able to foresee the future. We're using wisdom to see that this hantavirus is something that they planted, that they brought out, okay? This may not actually be a real thing because they're mentioning it. We know that when there was actual pandemics and sicknesses taking place that was killing people, I believe that's a chariot, I'm not sure, but if it is, from knowledge and understanding and wisdom and prudency, we can understand that when there are real sicknesses and real things happening in the world that's killing people, many people, it's not being mentioned in the mainstream media. World Health Organization ain't talking about this. They will never talk about such a thing. They're not going to talk about real problems. They're going to talk about things that they brought up. Okay, these people meet up every year and plan how they're going to keep Jake in captivity and plan how they're going to trap Jake again next year. What's the big trap next year so that Jake don't overtake the kingdom. Jake don't wake up to the truth and the Lord come and deliver us next year. What's the plan this year, guys? What are we going to bring out new this year? These niggas are starting to get smart. Niggas are starting to wake up, especially since the E-files, the Jeffrey files being released, okay? Many people are actually starting to question the things around them now because of that, okay? Your president's in it, all right? You find out who's behind all the things that's been going on this entire time. You find out that the people that handles justice and equality, okay, that enacts justice, Salakia, okay, and enacts judgment, are actually themselves guilty. Okay, so now these people are questioning everything. What have you been eating? What have you been watching? What have you been listening to? Who have we been voting? Why are we voting? What's the point of voting? Who's behind the election? Are the presidents selected or elected? Hey, that's definitely a chariot. Shalom. Peace be unto thee. Look like a green chariot. Hovering right above me, man. The angels are always watching. Scripture say, that's another chariot. All right, the scriptures say the Lord's eyes are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. Okay? He sees all things. Okay? And Esau said he wants to be like the Lord, the Most High. He said, I shall be like the Most High. That's why this strip is coming out. He wants to be able to see all things, the good and the evil. He wants to see what's going on in your mind. He wants control over that mind's eye. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So guess what? We're going to stay out the fucking way. We know that if they come out with some type of axe, another yab, okay, to quote-unquote help you, all right, stay the fuck away from it. Hey, don't let these devils inject anything into your bloodstream. You must understand that the Lord has made the body perfectly. There are no mistakes. The Lord has made no mistakes in his creations. He is perfect in all his works and in all his doings. You just got to believe it. This devil has caused you to question your judgment. Damn, Ari, did the Lord really make me right? Did the Lord make a mistake or something? Is there something wrong with me? Do I really need 16 vaccines when I'm born into the earth? Do I really need a vaccine every year for this and for that and for that? No. Scriptures say the Lord has made medicines out of the earth. You get sick, go into the herbs. Scriptures say he that is wise will not abhor it. So that means you need to start doing your studying up on the herbs. Every brother in this truth should be studying up on the herbs. Okay, you should have some herbs in your kitchen. Some medicinal herbs in your kitchen. You should know how to make a tea or a tincture. You should know what to do with the herbs, the fruits, the veggies. Another chariot. The chariot's out, man. And really, the chariots are always out. Jake just don't look up because they lost hope. We notice the chariots because we are hope. We are full of hope. We are hopeful in YAHAWASHI. So we always looking up to see chariots. But you know, when you're in the world, you never really gazed up at the sky so much. You were always looking ahead of you. And the things that are on the earth, the things that are in front of you, the things that are before you. Too caught up in the carnality of this world, man. So like, I don't mean to keep straying away from the topic. But let me grab the scripture too. In the book of it's a little harder to get to these scriptures now on Google because they hacked that KJV website. In the book of, I want to grab this in the GNT. And this is all wisdom, you see. In the book of Sirach, chapter 13, and verse 3. If a rich person wrongs someone, he can afford to add insult to he can afford to add insult to injury. But if a poor person is wronged, he is forced to apologize for himself. A rich person, see, if you get done wrong too, you still gotta apologize. The rich man do wrong to you, somehow you got to come up and apologize. And that's what these Edomites do to you. You come out and try to expose the truth of what these devils are really doing. And all of a sudden, you got to apologize. Kanye got to make a public apology to the small hats just because he confessed the truth that he's truly an Israelite. That the so-called blacks are actually the true Jews. And this shit went over everybody's head too. Nobody's considering these things. Somehow, right after that, he got to come forth and apologize. They took all his money away and everything he has away. The scriptures, you know, we're still under the curse. The scriptures say you shall go to your enemies for the one of all things. So everything he has was taken away from him. It says, a rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. You got to consider these things. These devils only look for their own money, for their own pockets. Their conversations are about trillions. We having conversations about $5, $7, $2, $10. Yeah, damn. You ever gonna see me that $10 back? I gave you $10 last week. I ain't never get it back. These niggas are talking about trillions. That's their conversations. They're in a different realm. They don't understand the type of conversations we having. They can never understand it. They're too rich. They got too much money. Their pockets are too heavy. Why should they stoop down to our level and talk about crumbs when they got the whole fucking buffet? All right? Just as the Lord say, the abundance of these heathen are as a drop that falleth from the vessel. So are we to them, you know? We nothing because we're in poverty. We're at the bottom to them and we're exposable to them. They can just shit and never look behind them again and walk off and not realizing they're shitting on a whole family. Millions of families, in fact. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. So he's going to use you as long as he has a profit out of you. He's trying to profit from this hantavirus. You think that this shit just came out of nowhere and he's going to help you? No. When has these devils ever had intentions to help you? You know what these You not hear what they were doing on the fucking island? You really think their intention is to help you? For what? What do they need to help you for? They have taken and raped little girls, impregnated little children, cut the babies out the stomach and ate them. They have no regard for their own seed. How should they regard somebody that they don't even know, who's struggling and who's poor? You seen that one of those files? I think it was Bill Gates asking Epstein. He said, "How do we get rid of poor people?" What the fuck does that mean? This is the same guy who says, if we do a good job with yabs, we can bring the population down. And this is what these people conversate about. They're talking on a whole completely different level. They're talking about billions of people. We talking about 1 to 2 people every day. Oh, you remember this person? They said this and that. But the thing is, see, when you're at that high of a level in an evil world as this, love does not exist at that level. Since we are at the bottom, we're able to experience love, truth and sincerity, true friendship, because we have nothing. So that we're able to give everything that we have because we have nothing. If I give a man $7, it may seem like nothing, but it may be the last bit that I got for the next 2 weeks. You know, that's everything. I have given him everything I have. So this is true friendship. You can experience true friendship at the bottom and true love. If a woman sticks by your side and you have nothing, you know that she actually loves you. She's not here for your money because you have none. But at the top, you are always targeted. The woman will target you. They're looking for a reason to sue you and oppress you and take all your riches and give it to somebody that they actually like. Okay? A friend is looking to use you, exploit you, and take your riches, take everything that you have, and sit next to you and be like you until he eventually pushes you into a pit and inherits your inheritance. He will live with you as long as you have anything, and he will live with you as long as you have anything and will gladly drain you dry. If he needs you, he will trick you with his smiles and cheerful, kindly words. He's going to flatter you all the time. That's why the elders and apostles say, don't flatter us, man. We ain't here for the flattery, all right? And that's true. That's real shit, because Jake will flatter you all day long, sit there and smile in your face all day long. Whole time, they're just seeking to be glorified. They're seeking your glory. They're seeking to be like you. They're seeking your seat, to take your seat. They're not here in truth and sincerity. The scriptures say there's going to come a time where the true worshipers shall worship me in truth and sincerity, truth and in spirit. For YAHAWASHI is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in truth and in spirit. You can't come before the Lord and being fake and shit. You can't flatter the Lord. You can't buy the Lord's favor. You can't smile your way to salvation. No. The Lord looks in the depths of the inward man, the heart, the true intentions. Do you need anything? He will ask. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. Finally, when he has drained you 2 or 3 times over, he will laugh at you. If you see him later, he will pretend he doesn't know you and will pass you by. Be careful not to be misled. You can be enjoying yourself and suddenly find yourself humiliated. If you are invited to the home of someone influential, be reserved in your behavior. Then he will invite you more often. If you push yourself on him, he will put you in your place. On the other hand, if you keep your distance from him, he will forget about you. Don't pretend to be his equal or trust anything he says, or trust everything he says. In spite of all his long and polite conversation, he is testing you. So, there you go. You know how to operate. The scriptures are giving you guidance and guidelines, okay, references, advice, all sorts of things that you need. All the tools you need to operate in this life is here in the scriptures. You just got to open the book and read. That's what the scriptures say. Seek ye out of this book and read. None of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. There's no book better than this. Okay? Everything in it gonna come to pass. It's all the truth. It's the words of the Lord. YAHAWASHI, the word, the comforter. YAHAWASHI. All right? So, if it is truth and sincerity that you seek, man, this is the best thing you can do to get it. study these scriptures. All right? But with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I cannot author who listen in truth and sincerity. Till next time, Yahawah. Be aware, be on your guard, be on your P's and Q's. Always be on point, be circumspect. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Question everything around you. And don't be a fool, man. Don't just fall for anything. Okay? A person that stands for nothing falls for anything. You know. So with that, I truly hope this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Yahawah, call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Shalom.